Like and subscribe on the way in the door, my people. I hope you all are having a truly fantastic day today. All right, so I know I'm a little bit late to the party on this. I've seen a lot of content creators touch on this subject already, but I'm gonna go ahead and throw my 2 cents into this whole Bronny James thing. First of all, I want to start off by saying I have absolutely no ill will towards Bronny James whatsoever. It is not Bronny's fault who his father happens to be. And, I would imagine that Bronny is probably under a tremendous amount of stress and pressure, given the situation he's in. So before we get into it, let me say this. I feel like a lot of times people are unaware or too selfish to think about how what they do may affect those around them. For example, if you're around my age, I know a lot of us, especially, during our younger years, probably, late teens, some of them probably early teens, early 20s, maybe even on up to 30, was probably participating in that dangerous lifestyle. You know what I mean? The whole fast money thing. And, back then when you're young, a lot of times you are not thinking about. I mean, you're aware that there could be repercussions, but you're not really thinking about the reality of it actually happening, of something that you do coming back on the people that you love and care about. And, I kind of think this is where we're at with this whole LeBron James and Bronny situation. So let me start off saying by this. I think I read somewhere or maybe watched a video, but something to the degree of that Michael Jordan actually didn't want his sons playing basketball because Michael Jordan understood the tremendous amount of pressure that they would be under given who he is. And I think that's a very wise thing, Now, I'm pretty sure at least one of them played ball. I'm sure he was supportive. But, I think it's a difference between being supportive of what your kids want to do and trying to force them into something, especially because you do it. So now going to LeBron James. Now, before you fanboys say anything, let me say this. Whatever I say about LeBron James is based off of what he has shown us. It's based off of the antics we have seen him do. Now, I said all that to say this. I don't know LeBron James. I don't know whatever his true intentions are. Who knows? Maybe LeBron James, and I think I've heard someone say this before, that they think LeBron James is fully aware of how a lot of people perceive him, and he is simply happy as long as people are talking about him. That may be the case, but all I can judge LeBron off of is what he has shown us. And based off of this, I have a hard time believing that his interest in Bronny James making it to the NBA is solely to support his son. Fanboys, go ahead and click off because I know that you guys are in your feelings hearing this because you guys, that's one that you love to go to very often is how great of a father LeBron James is when you actually have no idea how great of a father he is or isn't. But yeah, like I said, based on his antics, I have a hard time believing that his interest in Bronny making it to the NBA is strictly as a supportive father. I have a feeling, I can't say this with 100% certainty, but I have a feeling that part of why LeBron James wants Bronny in the NBA is a self-serving need to be able to say that he played with his son because he thinks that that is somehow going to add to his perceived greatness. I believe that. I'm sorry. It is what it is. That's what I believe. Is that he feels like this is somehow going to add to his legacy to be able to say, "Oh, LeBron played in the NBA so long, he was there and able to play with his sons. Longevity, right? That makes he's really the GOAT now." But I can hear you fanboys already. He's really the GOAT now. He got to play with his son. But yeah, like I said, I'm not sure if I believe that that it's pure intentions behind that. But what I will say is this. I think LeBron has not thought about that the antics he does could affect those around him. And I feel like when you become such a villain to where people see you as low integrity, people see you as willing to do anything to get the praise except put in the work. People see you as the kind of person who will try to tell people you're the GOAT, but then when they watch you play and watch videos of the other greats play, they say to themselves, "Hey, wait a minute, something's up. This guy's just not, he's definitely nowhere near Mike. He's not as good as Kobe. How can we put him above Bird? How can we put him above Magic? How can we put him above Kareem?" So when people begin to see you as someone who's really just trying to convince everyone that you are greater than you have proven yourself to be, those things can bleed on to the people around you. And I think, not only does Bronny James have a tremendous amount of pressure trying to play basketball, in the footsteps of his father, who is viewed by a lot of people, but he's also viewed as a villain by a lot of people. And so I think it's an uphill battle for Bronny James. Now, as I said in the beginning of the video, I have no ill will towards Bronny James. I hope whatever it is he wants to accomplish, that he gets to accomplish it, because he's a young man. Part of why I do this channel is for like I said, so that the people around my age, so we all know we're not alone when we say that we cannot stand watching this soft product called the NBA now, when we say we cannot stand watching the media try to tell us this is the this is the best version of NBA there's ever been. Try to tell us LeBron James is a definite number 2. Try to tell us that these players are more skilled when they're not even fundamentally sound, so that people my age can know that we're not alone and know that we are all saying the same thing. But also, like I said, for the younger generation, for them to know and hopefully get some insight to understand that, hey, when you're great, it speaks for itself. When you're great, it speaks for itself. And hopefully this won't get too much longer. But I want to say one more thing, because it kind of just popped into my head. Shout out to Phenomenal Fitness, because I was watching one of his videos. I can't remember which one it was, but he said something, and I actually thought it was it was very simple, but it was profound, because sometimes I feel like in these sports debates we get to overthinking and thinking about how we can make something clear as day to the people who have no logic. But sometimes the simplest answer is actually, you can't put it any better than that. And so Phenomenal Fitness says something to the, and forgive me, I'm paraphrasing, so if I don't get this exactly right, but he said something, and I think he was talking about the ratings. I think he was talking about the ratings and how the era of LeBron James, the ratings are nowhere near what it was during Michael Jordan's era. And people make all kinds of excuses for this. But so Phenomenal Fitness said something to the degree that people want to watch greatness. Let me say that, woman. Like I said, this might not be exactly how he said it. But he said, people want to watch greatness. So when I heard that, I'm thinking like, that is as simple and as factual as it gets. Fanboys, I know we can kind of sidetrack, but we here. Fanboys, let me break this down for you. For whatever excuses you try to use of why people are watching less basketball, I've heard them all. It's because we're in the internet age. It's because people are watching from all different kinds of platforms. But the fact of the matter is this: they keep track of on it doesn't matter what platform you're on. They're keeping track of how many times something get watched or what's getting watched. So you have no excuse. But this is the simple fact that if LeBron was as great as you fanboys say he is, and that you fanboys defend with your life and little sense that you have, people would watch because people want to watch greatness. That is a fact that you cannot get around. People tuned into Michael Jordan because everybody knew he was great. From the time he came into the league, everybody knew he was great. And the more the word got out about this guy in Chicago who was nothing like we've ever seen before and still have not seen it, the whole world was watching because people want to watch greatness. People will watch greatness. People don't watch your king because he's not as great as you think. Anyway, sorry about getting sidetracked. But anyway, let me know what you guys think in the comments about this whole Bronny James getting booed thing. Do you think, like I said, I think I saw an article where the kids were saying they were just booing him to get into his head. Do you think it was just, on some sports stuff? Or do you think Bronny James is suffering the effects of his father's antics? Do you think Bronny James is suffering the effects of his father's antics? But anyway, let me know what you guys think in the comments. You all have a truly, truly fantastic day, and I'll see you next time. All right.